In Washington, D.C., there is a small building which houses Primal Fitness, which is a gym that hosts many different kinds of classes during the week and weekends. It is a building that blends in and does not look like it could even be a gym. On the inside, there are many different activities that take place and areas to work out in. One particular class or activity that is taught in here is a new sport referred to as parkour.
My name is Travis Graves, and I run the parkour program here at the American Parkour Academy at Primal Fitness, as well as the American Parkour Academies in general. Parkour is a method of training that involves using obstacles and overcoming obstacles in order to train the body to be able to move better, to be stronger, more capable in general. Every single class that we have in here starts with a warm-up. So it's usually between 15 and 25 minutes, and it's definitely the most important part of the class. So everybody together will do a number of exercises, calisthenics, running, some push-ups, pull-ups, simple things like that, as well as crawling on the ground, and even sometimes doing simple parkour movements in order to start warming up the body.
After the warm-up starts, the session goes underway. There are 3 types of classes to choose from when doing parkour. The first one is technique, and this is a learning-based class where patrons can experience practicing a new move. Here they will take little steps and gradually work into the new parkour technique, taking it slowly until they are able to do it comfortably. The second class is conditioning, where certain moves are used repeatedly at a higher intensity level to get the heart rate pumping and to engrave good technique. This conditioning is mainly geared to help students build up strength and cardio needed to parkour effectively and safely. Third, there is an open-ended class, which alters up parkour training into games and challenges. This session usually does not entail students to do specific movements, but instead they are given an objective with stipulations to complete, where, for instance, they have to get over certain obstacles and can't touch the ground. This isn't necessarily something specific, but challenges the moves they already know and challenges them to adapt their movements to the situation.
Parkour is a lot of simple movement. And for some people who have a background in athletics or gymnastics, something like that, a lot of times they'll pick up a lot of those movements pretty quickly. From there on out, it's all about really refining and perfecting them. It's about, once again, challenging them to be creative in their environment and with their movement. For some people who are sort of just getting back into exercise and movement, parkour can be quite challenging even at the most basic levels. But what we do in here is we specialize in scaling, which means we can make a movement or a exercise or a challenge easier or harder depending on the individual's current level. So it doesn't make sense to have someone who can do something easily do that thing easily. It also doesn't make sense to have someone who's struggling continue to struggle without really making any progress. So you have to really find that right level of challenge for each individual, and that's what we really try to do here in the classes.
Parkour helps out in many ways. For some people, it's getting back in touch with movement in their bodies, especially those who have been sedentary for a long time. For them, it's a matter of learning what they're capable of doing again. For other people, it's an escape from the rest of their day, where they can have fun and relieve some of that built-up stress. In general, parkour reconnects people with their innate love of movement, as well as their bodies and environment.